Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog and you're watching a new Craft With Me video. The Craft With Me videos are basically my way of showing you what I would normally do off camera. I film myself crafting for a couple of hours, I speed that up, I talk you through it, and then I upload that to YouTube. So instead of seeing one project process from beginning to end, you're going to watch multiple. I do have to say that although the original idea was to film myself crafting, I do end up making more projects now than I would when I am not filming myself, simply because if I work on something the whole time, it might not be that interesting to watch. So that is why when I'm filming these videos, I try to alternate between different projects and work on multiple projects at the same time. This envelope you see me finish and wax seal here is actually the envelope we started making in the previous Craft With Me video. If you want to see that, it's obviously Craft With Me 2.1. I will link it down below. We made that envelope out of a Flow magazine paper. And this is a La Papier envelope that we also used, and another wax seal. But in a second we're going over to daytime footage where I had a lazy Sunday wearing my pajamas and where I'm going to make a couple of envelopes for a couple of projects that I'm working on. So lots of variety here. And I am of course going to be talking you through that as well. If you like these wax seals, but this is going a little bit too quickly for you, I have recently uploaded a wax seal with me video where I show you only me making wax seals with different angles as well. Yeah, this is where we go over to the daytime footage. This is quite old footage because I'm wearing a sweater and I'm with my blanket. That means that it's probably like a month and a half old, because we're now in what feels like summer weather. Which is absolutely amazing because as many people, we are also staying home. We are staying home, I would say 98% of the time, which is hard. It may sound weird, but it's hard because you get isolated, and I miss my friends and I miss my family, but it is what needs to be done right now, and I'm happy to have a home and a garden so that we do not feel that locked up. In between I will tell you what I'm doing. I'm creating a box envelope. I'm using an app for that. It's called Envelope Punchboard Calculator, and it took me a while to figure out, but yeah, the first one I made too big as well. Basically in this app you can fill in how long and how high your envelope needs to be, like how long how big your project is, but it also allows you to say how thick you want the envelope to be. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is how I can create a box envelope, because instead of one score line, it gives me 2 score lines so that it turns into a little box. I don't know how to explain it, but you can see what I'm doing. If you don't have an envelope punch board, I also have a tutorial on how to make envelopes, will be linked down below. But like I said, the good weather, the sunshine has been really good for both of us. Actually, we try to go running 3 times a week. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely hate exercise. Like I literally have to push myself to go running, but it does feel good. I'm not gonna be turning into one of those fit girls, because we all know that once it's cold out again, I won't be running anymore. But for now, it's good to get rid of energy and anxiety and to be outside for a little bit and to feel more active, because sitting inside is not as active, because like usually I work as a waitress, which means I walk miles and miles each day, and now I don't know, I kind of miss my work. I think we all do. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna have to make do. This is not me complaining, this is just me being real. I mean, I've seen, and I've also agreed with those pictures you see online, like our grandparents had to fight wars to continue living the life they were living, and all we have to do is sit on our bums and stay inside. Like, we will manage, and obviously we will manage, but it is hard on different levels. That little project you just saw was a video I uploaded a little while ago as well, a couple days ago. It's called a new style envelope flipbook tutorial, I think. I will link it down below. And then what I'm doing now is I'm creating die cuts using waterproof ink, link down below, and I'm going to use my watercolors from Arteza. I received those, I got those like gifted a little while ago, but they don't sponsor me to use these. They're just quite nice because all I used to have were those kids' pans of watercolors, and this is actually a lot nicer to work with. So there's that. So I'm like alternating between my story and the crafting, but I hope that's okay. Like I said, it does get hard on the mental health being inside all the time, and I don't think we should underestimate that, because although it might be very easy to sit on your ass and craft the whole time, which is not what I'm doing obviously, and I'm also aware that there's still people who have to work, and I totally respect and understand that. My boyfriend is also working from home, but for those of us who are currently without a job, it's weird. It's definitely weird, and it's been taking quite a toll on me. I don't want to complain, but I feel useless. I feel weird. I get sad a lot. I miss my job. And I think it's also okay to share those thoughts, because although we have to stay strong and we have to accept that this is what the situation is, we shouldn't underestimate that. It is not... We shouldn't underestimate that it takes a toll on our mental health. I think that's also important to say. But yes, that is that. What else can I tell you? Like, that's the problem. People are saying they want story times, but I'm not actually really having any stories, because I literally don't go outside. We did see my parents and Gijs's parents last week. Don't worry, we kept the necessary distance, which was really, really weird, but it was good to see them again. And other than that, I just Skype with my friends occasionally. I actually talk to my friends more now than I did before this crisis, which is kind of crazy, but I'm not very good at WhatsApp messages or Facebook or anything like that. Like, it sounds weird to say that I'm not good at it, but I just don't like it. Like, I like writing letters and talking to people in real life, and sending messages is just not really me. So I've been making an effort to talk to them more, which is good. And we're doing like crazy games online, and we're watching movies together, and playing Animal Crossing. 2 out of my 3 best friends have Animal Crossing, so that's fun. I get to talk to them through the game and we get to like fish together, which we would normally never do that in real life, but in Animal Crossing anything is possible. Sorry for the interruption there. I keep coughing, and not because I'm sick, but because I don't talk enough. Like, that sounds weird, but my boyfriend is working. Like, it's daytime now. My boyfriend is working. He's on the phone all the time. So the only people I can talk to are my cats. And then when I start doing the voiceover, my voice keeps cracking up because I haven't talked that much yet today. So don't worry about me. I'm not sick. It's just, if my voice sounds creaky, it's simply because I literally talk only 10% of what I would normally talk when I'm at work. Oh, I do know a story I can tell you. I've already mentioned it here and there. I think on Patreon I've talked about it, maybe on Instagram you've seen little snippets of it, but I've actually been planning my YouTube content, if that sounds right. I have a monthly YouTube planner now. I don't know, I looked on Patreon and I looked on Pinterest and I found blog planners and YouTube planners, and I printed one of those out, and now I am I wouldn't say I'm necessarily scheduling ahead, planning ahead my YouTube videos per se, but I've been planning my Instagram posts and my YouTube posts and my Patreon posts, and then obviously I would love to start working on my Patreon a little bit earlier. Why do I keep saying Patreon? It's in my head the whole time. I obviously want to work on my YouTube videos a little bit earlier, but I don't know. It just doesn't happen as often as I would like. Hey, Sage. But that is like on my list as well. I want to start working on my YouTube videos a little bit earlier, because now I usually finish them the day before, which is already like, yay, a day before the deadline, but I want to get more productive in that way. And I think a YouTube planner will really help me with that. The project we're working on now you may recognize, because the inside of this project we already made during a live stream. I don't remember, I think it might have been Twitch. If you're confused by all of the social media handles I keep throwing around, they're all linked down below, don't worry. But we did this in a live stream, that is why I already finished the inside of this. The only thing that I didn't get to finish in the live stream was the outside. So I finished decorating the outside of this, and then yeah, decorating the envelope, and it got sent out to a lucky subscriber. I don't know if they're lucky, but it got sent out to a subscriber, and I thought it looked really cute. Like, this video again stops at a certain point because I filmed 2 long crafty sessions and I divided them over 3 videos. So there is going to be a part 3 of this craft with me video. It will be online pretty soon, but I have a couple of exciting videos that I want to get out first as well. That's like the advantage of a YouTube planner. I now know it for you to see, so it might be a little while before you see part 3, but know that it's on its way, as always. Don't go anywhere yet, because I am going to share some of the pretty pictures you guys have shared over on Instagram with the hashtag ThePaperLetterBlog. But I am going to end this video after that. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Leave it a thumbs up. You can leave me a comment. You can share it on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on my socials, and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!